our new project, I wanted to first tell you kind of a story um, about. So there were five guys, right? And I'll tell the story real quick. So they're all blind, and the first guy's like feeling this object. There's this object in front of them, and the first guy's like, "This is like a spear," and like the second guy's like, "No, no, no! Like this isn't a spear. This is like a fan, like a big fan, like one of those like branch fans." And the third guy's like, "No, no, no! You guys are wrong. Like this is like a pillar, like a column, like a stone column." And then uh, the other guy's like, "No, no, no! You're all of you guys are wrong. I feel like a paintbrush or something." Um, so all of these guys are describing a um, different part of a whole. Do you know what they're describing? Any guesses?
Uh,
Like an old kind of parable. So they are describing like an elephant. Um,
Oh,
so like they're all
I've heard
feeling
that.
different parts of this trunk. So I'm gonna screen share my desktop here and pull this up. So it's like a bunch of blind. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a bunch of blind guys, and they're all feeling different parts of this elephant. And so part of like this next project, I want us to deal with perceptions and just how we see things. And so there's kind of two different ways that you can take this. And so the first is like perceptions of like, like we all have biases in this worldview. It's hard for us to step back and see like the full picture of anything. A lot of times we're focused on just our small chunk, and we're so convinced that like this is what it is, when we don't have like the wider picture. And so there's a lot of things that feed our bias, whether it's our worldview, our past experiences, literal glasses. Like some people wear glasses and that distorts, their reality. But we all view the world through some kind of lens, a color that kind of distorts our perspective. So sometimes we can see the sum of those parts, and sometimes we can't. So one way, explore this idea of like lenses, how we view the world, and how that can change your artwork. So that's one way, just lenses and perception. A second way is kind of how we experience reality. So hidden realities and blind spots. So I want you guys to explore this theme of hidden realities. So there's a lot of reasons why something can be hidden. Sometimes it's a surprise, like, we want to surprise somebody, so we wrap a present in paper because it's a good surprise and we want to spark joy, like the Kondo lady, Marie Kondo. Other times, things just get lost in the monotony of everyday things. Like we don't notice these little details, and so those get hidden, or we ignore them because we don't really stop to see them. Other times, things are hidden intentionally. Sometimes out of fear or embarrassment, we kind of try to wear masks or like hide certain aspects of ourselves or of reality because of just the fear of embarrassment of it. So whatever the reason is, there's a lot of times that reality becomes obscured. And so I want you to maybe explore this idea of hidden realities or blind spots. So here's some artists in the past, kind of surrealists, that have done these ideas of hidden realities. Marguerite was kind of a famous artist who did that. Here's kind of a quote: "Everything We see hides another thing. We always want to see what is hidden by what we see. Art evokes the mystery without which the world would not exist. So, so Renee Marguerite. Here's another contemporary artist who like kind of wraps these figures and stuff in a cloth and then uses that same cloth as a background. You know, here's an artist who paints like through different things. So like using bubble wrap and stuff. These paintings that he's doing are like ginormous. And so there's a lot of different kind of ideas of hidden reality. So I want you to explore this theme of, and so maybe you could take a picture through a lens and use that as a reference. You could do it in the content that you're choosing to intentionally hide something, or so kind of explore these different ideas in your own creative way for drawing. Okay. Any questions about that?
Do you have
Could
any,
I
like,
take it? Go ahead.
oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, do you have any like media or size restrictions?
Nope. Completely open. You know, we're all being flexible, so completely open to you know, to what you've got on hand or what you want to explore. Remember, part of this class was I wanted to push you guys in to explore some of the medias and things that you wanted to get into. So if there's something that you're interested in doing, go for it.
Could I take it a little bit more conceptually and portray an emotion that could be perceived differently by different people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Cassidy, we have less than a minute.
Oh,
Do you
God.
have, I know, sorry. We might
Okay,
get cut
I'll
off.
do this really fast.
Yeah.
I have a box. There's drawings on it. Yeah. So basically, I had this character I made, and I wanted to draw her a lot, so I just did it on a box. Like, yeah.
Do you have,
That's it.
is it a like a story? Is there a narrative that is tying those together, or was it just kind of like?
It's based on a drawing I did of the same character. She's like sitting on a roof with like her cat thing. So it's all kind of based on that.
Okay, nice. If you could make sure that you go back and make those comments on the submission. I saw that you had submitted it. So I enjoyed the video and the different side shots, so that was good. But just make sure you go back and do the comments as well.
Okay.
All right. Email me if you guys have questions about the project, but